I've tried many strategies in my days to becoming a profitable trader, but none really sticks. So today we are building one of my own strategy with concept that I already knew, so that maybe this time will work and maybe I create a different strategy, an original one to test in the market. Okay, so for this trading strategy we will develop the why, so how we are going to trade, why this strategy and so on, with a trading plan and a checklist. The next thing is the what we will trade. So for now I'm thinking to focus on the major pair, and then we will focus on non-major pair later on when the strategy is already established. The next thing we will gonna talk about is how I'm going to develop this strategy, how I'm going to backtest it, and which tools will I use. So the first thing we will establish is the why. The why is one of the most important part of this strategy, because it's the core principle that tell me how to trade in certain circumstance. So for example, one of my main concern is the trend. It will be a trend following strategy. And one other key concept for this, it will be a swing strategy. So, well, not swing like a month or weeks, but at least a couple of days of duration in the trade, or a couple of weeks at maximum. So, because with the work I do, it's easier to me to follow the market and to make decision based on that. Another key principle will be the zone, the limiting. So I will work with a fib and supply and demand. If you're not familiar with supply and demand, it's a smart money concept. It works basically like this. So we have an uptrend maybe, and then at the top of the uptrend we make some adjustment, and then we go down. What we need to do is wait to reach that zone there, this zone right here, to enter the trade, and it has had a high probability of rejecting that level. Obviously it's not that simple, there is a lot to take into account, but the core principle is that. The other thing we'll be defining is the risk management. So how will I manage my risk, and how I will sustain drawdowns or win streak. So for the trend following is pretty straightforward. We will only trade long if the market structure is long. So like this, I can enter here. But if the market structure on the 4-hour is like this, I will also take a long right here. I will focus primarily on the recent market structure and not the big one, because I found that my edge is higher if I focus on a small market structure. I don't know why, because usually the rule is that major market structure are the rule setter, but I found that I can easily look market make like this more time than ever. So I will focus on the So I will focus on small time market structure. I will call this peripheral market structure. And this is one of my main concerns. The other thing we are going to establish is the time frame we will use. I found that if I stick only to one time frame at a time, I have a better edge, because there is not a lot of distraction and a lot of complexity. I want this strategy to be simple, so I will stick to the 4-hour chart. I will use the fib and the supply and demand to refine my zone. For the fib, I will use a 75% zone, and for the supply and demand, I will take into account only the high impact zone, so the la creme de la creme of the supply and demand zone. For the risk management, I will use a Monte Carlo simulation whenever I finish the backtest, to calculate how much risk I need to make per trade, so that I don't go in a 10% drawdown and lose my account in a prop firm challenge. After we establish the why, we will establish a checklist. So let's say that one of the main things is a trending market. The next thing is a zone, a high quality zone to trade on. And then the next thing will be an engulfing candle, a hammer or shooting star candle, or I will rework in the night with limit order. This will be the main strategy. So if you have a market structure like this, we will draw a Fibonacci from the from the start of the impulse to the end, like this. We will focus on this zone right here for the trade. For example, in this case, it will be a long position with a stop loss like this. I usually take into account a larger stop loss like this. This is a fib retracement with a 0.2, negative 0.2, so I can make 20% margin, and then take profit like this. This is a 2-4 risk reward, but I'm usually fine with this because I don't want to make like a 1.9 risk reward, 1 to 9 risk reward, etc. I love the idea of small wins but constant wins. So this is the plan. Another example, maybe let's look it in the chart so we can get a better idea. We are on the 4-hour time frame on OD/USD. This will be, for example, a trade. So look how the market is moving, like this, up and down. We will look to enter on the 75%, obviously, but in this case I see there is a demand right here, so I can limit my entry to this. Obviously, we take into account a stop loss with the fib. And we will target the most recent highs. In this case, we don't get the take profit. But for risk to reward this large, I will not close to high market structure. I will close to maybe a 1 to 3. In this case, it will take a take profit, but I will never exceed a 1 to 3 risk to reward. In this case, this is not a trade I would have taken because yes, the market structure is trending up, but the recent market structure is trending down. So this is not a trade that I would have taken. Maybe this one is a trade that I would have taken. Yes, but maybe this one too. I will have taken a stop loss in this case. This one, this trade I would have not taken because it's too impulsive, even though there is an engulfing candle. And we could have a lot of win rate, in this case, 1 to 3, obviously. And but we will stick to our strategy, and it will be the most mechanic strategy I ever created. So after established what we will trade, how we will trade, and so on, we will go to what we will trade as pairs. So for the pairs, I will go to this tab. We will trade AUD USD, Euro USD, USD Yen, GBP USD, and all of the major, with a focus on DXY. And maybe sometimes if the market structure are not very clear, we can go to the futures. We will not trade funds or metals because they are not backtested, but maybe in the future we will backtest too. As of the non-major pair like this, we will focus on them in the next future when we will finish the backtest for the major pair. How we will develop this strategy? With a backtest, obviously. For now, I want to create a backtest for 1 year of trading for now, for every major pair. This year will be the 2024 year. So this is a thing we are looking for. After the backtest, I developed a Google Sheet for the backtest. I wanted to use the FX replay, this one. I used it in the past, I really liked it, but I do not have the money right now to pay for it because the subscription is $35 month, so it's not really easy. So I developed this journal. It is not finished, I'm still working on it. This will be the input, so I will have the pair, the time I taken the trade, the date, year and month. These are for graph I will do in the future, so I can hide them in reality. The RR, the risk, and so these are all that sell for the calculation of the balance of the gain and loss, how much I will trade, and etc. etc. Keep into account that this backtest will not use progressive risk. So for example, if I have a trade that is to take me to a balance of $103,000, I will not risk in the next trade $1,030. I will still risk $1,000. This is because I don't want to take into account an exponential growth. I only want to take into account a slow and steady growth. We will have a result a long direction or a short direction, the screenshot of the trade, and if the trading plan was respected or not. So I get two number random generator, one for the date, let's get a date, and one for a pair. Let's get. So the 31 of October, I think, yes, and Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, lucky. Then let's delete the chart. Okay, 10 of October, 31 of October. We'll make 1 month worth of backtesting. Let's go. Okay, so we have this chart right here. We are not looking to the other market structure. I will help me with some of this. So we make too much liquidity. I don't like it. So we are going to keep going ahead. Okay, we are going up and up. Okay, a little bit choppy, but it's working. So there was a gap for long side. Okay, good. NFP? No NFP. So this is to keep into account that Friday here there is an NFP, right? No? 31, the first of Friday here was NFP. Okay, nothing. Okay, let's keep it going. Range too broad, so I don't like it. Okay, shorts too. Let's keep on going. The end of the backtest will be on December if everything goes well. If not, I will go on to December. Shit, I went. It's okay. Nothing happened. Okay. Allora, so voila. Everything we just seen. We are short. Okay. So we are creating an upward trend. This one right here. We are selecting this as my zone to enter. I will get my stop loss. Right here. And let's look for a 1 to 3 trade. Tucked in, back, break even, and oh, I did something wrong. I did not have to put target on the 1 to 3, so it's still ongoing the trade because I forgot. So this is human error. It's still going the trade. Let's see if we get a break even or a take profit. Break even. So this trade is not take profit because when I set up the trade I did put 1 to 3. That was not my rule. My rule was to identify the market structure high and set it to it. If the market structure was too high like this, then I will focus on 1 to 3. So this is my bad. This is a break-even trade. Let's keep on going. So this is a short structure. Okay. The range here is too broad, I think, so I don't really like it very much. Let's keep on going. Okay, a little sideways. Okay, here is our range. This is a fine opportunity. Let's go like this. Trade cancelled because the maximum of the range was already touched. Okay, so we keep going for the rest of December till New Year. There wasn't one trade, so there was only one trade, so we keep going. This right here is a trade. So we enter like this, 10% of stop loss, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if there is an engulfing, because I don't like it a lot. Here, engulfing, trade like this. Okay. Like this, and okay. Okay, stopped out. Cross. Let's see, keep on going. This is really choppy market. Okay. This is a long. Not keeping the count. Let's keep on going. I'm having fun. So like this. Okay. Too impulsive. I don't like it. Okay. This is a trade, but it's not. Okay. This is a trade. That was a trade, honestly. No, it's not yet reaching there. Let's see if it... No, it goes on. Sorry, not. Let's see where we get to. It's a little bit unpredictable, this market. Okay. So this was a trade, effectively. Not taken in. Okay, good. We are recovering this gap, but I don't care, honestly. Okay, this is a trade, even if there was a gap. Let's see if I can establish a better... This one, yeah. I will take the trade here, 10%. Let's look to this. Let's see if there is some movement. Okay, break even. It didn't touch my entry. Take profit. Yes. So let's make a check. Voila. Let's keep on going. Last trade, and then I quit. So here it is, a trade. Let's see if I can refine the zone. It's not really helpful, but we enter the zone. Let's see if there is an indecisive candle. I didn't really like it very much, so I will... This is a trade. I've seen it, luckily, because we have a high, a structure, a demand, and an engulfing. So all requirement met. And okay, break even. And this was a... Yeah, this was a take profit. Obviously in the market I'm very precise with my take profit. Here we have, I don't know. So we have 50 to 90 high, and my take profit was 52.84. It was during news, so let's see, break even. So 4 trades in 4 months, 1 stop loss, 1 take profit, 2 break evens. So it was I'm thinking 1, 2, 3 was the take profit. So yeah, it's a 2R. Obviously, if you add the same result to all the pair, it was a 13R 4 months. So 42R in a year. It's not bad, but I didn't really like the structure here, so it's a little bit like this. I hope you enjoyed everything of this this video. So let's quickly recap what we learned: the why, the what, and the how. I will make a next video to make a backtest session for a year with this spreadsheet and so on. I hope you guys loved the video. Make some comments, likes, and subscribe. See you next time.